Teddy?
Good.
I want to ask your opinion on a couple of fights coming up. We got Arreola and Tomasz Adamek coming up this weekend. Who you like in this fight?
I think I'm going to have to go with Arreola if he's in shape. I mean, he's bigger, stronger. He might be too big and too strong for the former cruiserweight champ, Adamek. Adamek's to win, he's going to have two things. One, he's got to have a real good fight plan, which is going to have to involve boxing, not staying there too long, giving angles, using the jab, being mobile. He's a fighter, though, Adamek. At some point, he's probably going to stay there, and I think that's going to be his downfall. And the other thing he's going to need, besides the fight plan, he's going to have to be very disciplined. He's going to have to stick with that damn fight plan all the way through.
Right.
Because the other guy does have such a strength advantage. I've been hearing that Arreola's in better shape.
Okay, that's good to hear.
If he's in better shape, I don't know until I see it, but if he's in better shape, I like him. If not, and Adamek fights a very disciplined fight and has the right fight plan, stays outside, stretches the ring out, hey, a guy like that, he was a champion at cruiserweight, can't count him out, but I'm going with the bigger, stronger guy in this one.
Okay, well, we got the mega fight coming up May 1st between Floyd Mayweather and Sugar Shane Mosley, man. Who you like in that fight?
Yeah, I'd love to say Shane Mosley by knockout. If anyone gets knocked out, I would say that Shane's going to score the knockout. He's got a chin, he's shown it with bigger guys, shown it throughout his career. But I'm going to go with Mayweather. I'm going to say Mayweather's a little younger, a little faster at this point in his life. I'm going to say he's going to expand the ring a little bit. He's going to stay a half a step ahead of Mosley all night long. Mosley's going to be, someone's going to have the burden of coming forward. When you hear Sugar Shane, you envision in your mind a real slickster. That's never been Shane. Smart fighter, don't get me wrong, give him all the credit in the world, I love him. But strong guy. He's a guy that likes to go get you. He can counter, you come at him, he'll counter, but he likes to go get you, he likes to feel he's a stronger guy. And in this fight, he's going to have to go get him. I think Mayweather's going to be the guy moving, the guy on the outside, the guy looking to counter. Shane's going to have to come forward, and I think that Mayweather's going to be able to pick him up coming in a little bit. One good thing going for Shane, if you like Shane, he's a good body puncher. Got to be a good body puncher. Got to take some air out of those tires if you're going to fight Mayweather. You want to slow him down a little bit, take that head movement away. No better way to do it than go to the body. So one good thing really cooking for Shane, he can go downstairs. But again, I think that Mayweather's going to stretch it out, going to make it an outside fight, and he's going to get a decision.
Okay, well, given your prediction does come true and Mayweather wins, we potentially see a huge fight between him and Pacquiao, man. Who would you take in that fight?
If that fight happens, if Pacquiao will allow himself to have a blood test done, to allow that fight to happen, which is what's holding it up and keeping him from making about 30-40 million. Not that he needs it at this point because he's made plenty of coin. But I'm going with Floyd. I think that for once, Pacquiao will actually be meeting a bigger guy who can also fight in all the areas and all the dimensions that make a good fighter. When he fought Hatton, he wasn't a bigger guy. He was a junior welter and he couldn't punch, and he was made to order. When he fought De La Hoya, he wasn't a bigger guy. De La Hoya turned pro at junior lightweight. And I know he moved up, but structurally he wasn't a bigger guy. And he was shot, or half shot, and he never won his big fights anyway. De La Hoya, he always would compromise himself in big fights somehow. And then when he fought, of course, Cotto was damaged psychologically, physically from the Margarita fight, and he wasn't a bigger guy. He was a junior welterweight most of his career before he moved up to welterweight. Now he's going to be fighting a bigger guy in Floyd, and a guy who's just as fast, can match his speed, a guy who's just as good technically, probably better maybe technically, and slicker. A guy that, all the dimensions of boxing, this guy gets a good check mark.
Okay.
And so I think I'm going to go with Mayweather. I think he'll take advantage of the aggression of Pacquiao. Be able to count him a little bit. He's defensively good enough not to give up much to Pacquiao. And I think that Pacquiao can be a little reckless sometimes, a little fat coming in, leave that window of opportunity open, just a crack, and that's all Floyd needs.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Ted.
You're welcome.